All right, shalom. I like to say Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash Ma'abaf. Double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone, and my elder El Harawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble ye, assemble yourselves, and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together about thither, cause thy thy mighty ones to cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right, so I brought that out, and to go with this article I just came across on my Newsbreak app, and it says a U.S. Navy destroyer just shot down a ICBM target. Expect trouble in Moscow and Beijing. All right, it says expect trouble in Moscow and Beijing. So it's talking about Russia and China responding to this missile test done by the United States. All right. It says the United States Missile Defense Agency just shot down an intercontinental ballistic missile. All right. And it says the Monday test of a Raytheon Standard Missile 3 Block 2A succeeded in striking what the U.S. Navy called a threat responsive ICBM target. In other words, it wasn't really a ICBM. A real ICBM would would be much harder to shoot down. But even this potentially realistic test could have serious consequences. The world's nuclear powers for decades have deterred each other by maintaining the mutual ability to destroy cities and military sites with atomic weapons. All right, so basically, it's talking about a missile test that the United States ran on Monday, testing the missile defense system. And somewhat the test was successful, but it says it wasn't really a real ICBM. All right, but what this test could do is prove is cause problems between the three countries, with meaning United States, China, and Russia. Okay, it says once once one country can stop nuclear tipped ICBMs, that mutual deterrence breaks down. All right, the likely result is a fast escalating arms race as newly vulnerable countries scramble to overcome each other's atomic defenses. So what they're saying, what this could cause, is each country knew, all three big powerhouse countries knew that they got missiles that can destroy each other. So that keeps them at peace, keeps them at bay. Like, all right, I know they got the same thing I got, but however, if no one was able to really defend against each other, it would be just an offensive game, just who runs out of nukes. But now, if you can defend against those nukes, it points another question in mind. All right, so now are you trying to become the superior powerhouse? So, which is going to cause a major elevation in the nuclear arms race between all three countries. All right, this says this test makes it extremely hard to imagine limiting missile defense in an arms control agreement, said Jeffrey Lewis, a nuclear expert in the Middlebury Institution of International Studies at Monetary Slovakia. All right. It says the test took place across a vast swathe of the Pacific Ocean. The MDA launched the target rocket from Kwajalein Atoll, part of the Marshall Islands in the South Pacific. Two satellites tracked the launch. The destroyer USS John Finn, sailing midway between Hawaii and the United States East Coast, launched a single SM-3 Block 2A, the missile Block 2A. The missile anchored into the upper atmosphere. The booster fell away, and the non-explosive kinetic energy warhead zeroed in on the folks ICBM. And they got a video of it. I'll play the video. It says, this was an incredible accomplishment, MDA Director Vice Adam John Hill said. Vice Administrator John Hill said, in 2017 and again in 2019, the MDA successfully tested its ground-based missile defense system against an ICBM-like target. It says, in all three tests, the targets traveled slower than a real ICBM. The targets also didn't include the kinds of defense modern ICBM features, such as decoys. All right. So basically, they ran these tests. A series. They tested the ground missile defense, and the sea and air missile defense. Um, and this one was successful, and it's going to cause question marks to come into the minds of Russia and China. They're going, hey man, you supposed to be teaching all about this democracy and peace. Why in the hell you need all this for? You know. So it is what it is. You smell it in the air. You got the second wave of lockdowns coming. The second wave of draconian measures and laws by Esau here in the United States. Ultimately, going to make the United States a police state. And then you have this going on in between foreign relations with China and Russia. All right. So this is gonna enhance the nuclear arm race between all three of the countries, man. Ultimately, bringing forth the mark of the beast and the destruction, man, with these ICBM missiles. All right, Lord willing, this lesson edifying and serve its purpose. And like say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Harakak Wadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder as well. And salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and the sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, children. And I believe in the name of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.